Bismillahirrahmanirrahim and Assalamu alaikum students. Welcome again in the class of mathematics. Okay, first of all, as you all know that your midterms are going to be started very soon. So that's why from today onwards, we are going to review the topics that we have done so far, or we are going to review the topics of the midterms, okay, the topics that are coming in midterm. So please make sure your attendance or make sure your presence in the class, okay, please. Okay, I'm speaking very louder. Okay, I'm trying to speak much louder again. Okay, now please tell me, is it clear? Can you hear me? Okay, thank you so much. Now, which topic we are going to do review today is chapter number 2, GCD and LCM. Okay, first we are going to start from our very first chapter from where we have started our monthly test. So today the review topic is chapter number 2, GCD and LCM, and this is your overall lecture number 36, and I am your math teacher, Miss Falak Nas. So let's quickly check out what we are going to review today. What is our today's lectures content? First of all, we will learn what are prime factorization. Okay, we will learn what are prime factorization. After that, GCD by factorization and division method, and then the LCM by factorization and division method. So these are three topics that we are going to cover today from the chapter number 2, GCD and LCM. Okay, GCD by factorization and division method, and LCM by factorization and division method. Understand? Now let's start from prime factorization. What does it mean by prime factorization? First of all, you should know what does it mean by factorization. If a number, if you have any number that is written as a product of two or more numbers, the product is called a factorization. Just suppose, let's take an example here. Here you have 3 multiplied by 15. Okay, 3 multiplied by 15, it is equals to 15. So in this one, what you have, this 3 and 5. Okay, this 3 and 5 are factors, and this 15 is basically your factorization. So anything that is written in this form, it is called factorization. Now the term here is prime factorization. Prime factorization means you will use only prime numbers. Okay, you will use only prime number. Just suppose you have 2 multiplied by 6 is 12. Okay, but we will not say that this is the prime factorization because this 6 is not a prime number. Okay, for factorization you must choose the prime numbers that are 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, and so on. Okay, so these are the prime numbers that we are going to use for the factorization. Means we are going to break the given product into its factors form. Now let's check it out. How will we do this? Just suppose you have exercise number 2.2. Okay, in exercise number 2.2, your question is find the prime factors of. Means what you have to do, you have to find out the prime factors. Okay, of what? Of this 210. Okay, you have to find out the prime factor of this 210. As you can see, this 210 is the product of different numbers, so this is called factorization. And now we have to find out what numbers are going to be multiplied together so that we can get 210. Okay, so we will how many prime factors are there? 2, 3, 5, 7, 11, 13, and so on. So we will always start from the least one. Okay, please keep it in your mind. We will always start from the least prime factor, and this is must and this is necessary. So your number that is given is 210, and now for this we are going to take 2 first. Okay, now what it will be, how will you divide? You will write 2 into 1. Here you will write down the quotient. Okay, 2 into 1 is 2, and simply you will write 2 into 5 is 10. Okay, but as you can see here, we are picking two numbers at a time. I am repeating again, we are picking two numbers at a time. So what we will do, we will take first 0 here. Okay, we will write first 0, 2 ones are 2, then 0, and then 2 into 5 is 10. So this is must. When we are picking any two number, so what you will do, you will add 0 before it. Okay, is that clear? Now let's check it out, this one. So what it will become, 2 into 1 is 2, 0, and then 2 into 5 is 10. Now, as you can see here, you have 5. So obviously 5 will not be divided by 2. So you will move on to the next prime number, that is 3. Okay. Now 3 into 3 is 9. Okay. 3 into we will 10, take to 10 first. 3 into 3 is 9, and then 1 will be carried to the next number. It will become 15. So 3 into 5 will become 15. Okay, then you have 35, and 35 can be gone with 5, so you will simply write 5 into 7 is 35, and this 7 can only be divided with 1. It can only be divided by 7, so you will simply write 7 into 1 is 7. As you can see that these are the prime numbers, 2, 3, 5, and 7, and they are using in a increasing order. So these are the factors that are going to be multiplied so that your answer will be 210. So at the end, you will write the prime factors of 210 is equals to 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 5 multiplied by 7. Means you will multiply all these factors, so you will get this factorization. Okay, so these are the factors and this is the factorization. Now move on to another question. Here you have 504. So again, we are going to start from 2. We means first we are going to divide it by 2. Then we will move on to the next prime number. So how will you divide? Simply you will write 2 into 2 is 4. Then 1 will be carried. It will become 10. Okay. Then 2 into 5, it will become 10. And 2 into 2 is 4. Okay, your question here is 252, and as you can see here, this 252 can be divided by 2. So again you will take your next prime factor, that is 2. Then you will write 2 into 1 is 2, 2 into 2 is 4, and then it will become 12. 2 into 6 is 12. Okay, then again here you have 6, so simply you will write 2 into 6 is 12, and 2 into 3 is 6. Now as you can see that this is 3, so you cannot divide this 3 by 2, so you will move on to the next prime number, that is 3. Then you will write 3 into 2 is 6, and 3 into 1 is 27. As you know, 27 can be divided by 3, so simply you will write 3 into 7 is 21, and the last one is 7 into 1 is 7. So this is the way to find out prime factors. Clear? Now I'm going to show you again. So when you will divide this 252 by 2, you will get 126. Okay. Then when you are going to divide this 126 by 2, you will get 63. Then 63 will be divided by 3, so it will become 21. Then this 21 will be divided by 3, it will become 7, and 7 will be divided by 7, so your answer will be 1. So when you will get 1 as a quotient, so you will stop here, and then simply you will write all these prime factors as a product of 504. So simply you will write 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 7. So these are called as the prime factors, and this is the factorization. Okay, is it clear? 63 ऐसे आया, 2 into 6 is 2 into 6 is 12. Okay, 12. 2 into 6 is 12, and 2 into 3 is 6. Okay, after dividing with 2 we will get 63. Clear? Now move on to the next topic. The topic is GCD by factorization method. Again, what you will do, you will break the number into its factor and then find out the GCD. GCD means greatest common divisor. GCD means what? Greatest common divisor. Now look at here. What your question is, this is the topic from exercise number 2.3, and question is find the GCD of 84 and 105 by factorization method. Okay, the method which is required in this question, you have to apply the same method, otherwise you will get 0 marks in the paper. If you will use any other method rather than factorization, so you will get 0 marks. So it is must to apply or to use the given method. Okay, so you should know what are factorization method. In factorization method, what we will do, we will simply break the given numbers into the factors, into its factors. Okay, so first we are going to find out the factors of 84, just like this. So 84 can be divided by 2, so you will simply divide this 84 by 2, and what you will get, 2 into 4 is 2, and 2 into 2 is 4. Now you will get 42 as a quotient, and 42 can again divided by 2. So simply you will write 2 into 2 is 4 and 2 into 1 is 2. Now this 21 cannot be divided by 2. So we will move on to the next prime number, that is 3, and 3 into 7 is 21. Okay. Now 7 can only be divided with 7. So we will simply write 7 into 1 is 7. Now as you can see, we will get quotient 1 here. So we will stop here and we will say that this 2, 2, 3, and 7 are the factors of 84, and this is our required method. Okay. Now again we are moving to next number, that is 105, and we are going to find out the factors of 105. Okay. So 105, as you can see here at the last you have 5, so you cannot divide this 5 by 2. So we will move on to the next number, that is 3, and 3 into 3 is 9. 1 will be carried to the next number, and 3 into 5 is 15. Now this 35 can only be divided by 5 or 7. Okay. So you will pick the least number first. So 5 is the least as compared to 7. So 5 into 7 is 35, and 7 into 1 is 7. Now at the end you will get quotient 1 here, so you will stop. So what you will say that this is the factorization method in which you will find out the factors of given number individually. This is the factorization method. Now in the next step you are going to write down the factors of the given number, that is 84. So you will write here factors of 84 is equals to 1. Okay, this one. Okay, 1 multiply by 2 multiply by 2 multiply by 3 and multiply by 7. So we will write all these factors here. Then we will write factors of 105, that are 1, then multiply by 3 multiply by 5 multiply by 7. Please keep it in your mind that you always multiply the factors. Okay, always multiply the factors. Now after that what you will do, you will make the loop around the common factor. So what are your common factors here? As you can see, this one. So this one is your common factor. Your next common factor is this 3. Okay, this 3 is the common factor, and the last one is the 7. So common factors of these numbers are 1, 3, and 7. Okay, 1, 3, and 7. Now after that you will write it down, your common factors of 84 and 105. So the common factors of 84 and 105 are 1 multiplied by 3 multiplied by 7, and simply you will multiply them together. 1 multiplied by 3 is 3, 3 multiplied by 7 is 21. So you will say that the GCD of 84 and 105 is 21. Clear? Is it clear? Okay, now move on to the next method, GCD by division method. Our next topic is GCD by division methods, means you have to find out GCD by different methods. So the second method that we are going to use to find out GCD is division method. Now let's check it out. What is division method and how will you use it? So this is the topic again from your exercise number 2.3, and the question is find GCD of 300 and 396 by division method. So please keep it in your mind that you have to use here division method only. If you will use factorization method or any other method, you will get 0 marks in midterm or in any test. Okay, because the method that is required in the question, you have to solve the given question according to that particular method. Otherwise you will get 0 marks. So you should know the difference between division and factorization method. Now for division method, what you will do, you will take one number as a divisor and one as dividend. Obviously the smaller number will be the divisor and the bigger number will be the dividend. So for this you will make this kind of box and you will write 300 outside the box, that is your divisor, and 396 inside the box. Now you are going to divide this 396 by 300. So simply you will write 300 into 1 is what? 300. Okay, 300 into 1 is 300, and when you will subtract it, okay, now you will subtract it. Now after subtraction what you will get here? 96. Okay, now when you are using division method and if you will get any remainder, okay, when you are using division method and you will get any remainder, so what you will do, you will take your previous step divisor as a new step dividend. Means you will continue just like here, just like this. Means you will make another box with the same line, and now you will take your previous step divisor as a new step dividend, and simply you will write here 300, and then you will simply divide this 300 by 96. So 96 into 3, it will become 288. Okay, you will divide it in the working column, and simply you will write 96 multiplied by 3, it will become 288. Then you will subtract this 288 from 300, and what you will get here, 12. Okay, now again you are getting the remainder here. So what you will do, you are going to make another box here. Okay, you will make another box here just like this, and then take your previous step divisor, that is 36, as your new step dividend. So you will write here 96. So 12 into 8 will be 96. Okay, 12 into 8 will be 96. And as you can see here, it is completely divided here. Means you will get nothing in the remainder. Your remainder is 0. So you will stop here. Okay, you will stop here. And after that, you have to decide which is your GCD. Okay, so GCD is this number. Okay, the GCD is this number, not this one. Okay, this is your quotient, and this is the divisor. So you will write the GCD is equals to 12. Okay, so this is the way to find out GCD by using division method. And please keep it in your mind that when the division method is required, so please apply the division method, not the factorization method that we have done in the previous class. Now, again, I'm going to explain it with some more question. Here, what you have, find GCD of 150, 210, and 375. So here you have three numbers. So what you have to do, you have to decide which number you are going to pick first. Okay, I'm repeating again, how many numbers are there? Three numbers. So for this, you should know which numbers you are going to pick first. So first you will take this two number, and then again at the end you will take 375. Okay, please keep it in your mind. Here you have three numbers. Okay, so first we are going to divide this 150 by 210, and it is by using division method. So again you will make this box, and obviously 150 is smaller, so you will keep smaller outside the box and 210 inside the box. Okay, 150 multiplied by 1, it will become 150. And after subtracting 150 from 210, what you will get here, you will get 60. Okay, since you are getting 60 as a remainder, so what you will do, you will take your previous step divisor as a new step dividend. Okay, clear? Previous step divisor as a new step dividend. Now after that, what you will do, you will write here 150, and then 60 multiplied by 2, it will become 120. And after subtracting 120, what you will get here, you will get here 30. Again you are getting here the remainder. So what you will do, simply you are going to take previous step divisor as a new step dividend. Means 60 will be right here. So 30 multiplied by 2 is 60, and now it is completely divided here, and you will get nothing here. You will get nothing here, 0 as a remainder. So if you have only two numbers, so simply you will stop here. But as you can see that we have three numbers here, means we have to divide this 375 as well. Okay, we have to divide this 375 as well. So what you will do for this, obviously you will decide which is your divisor. So you will take the previous step divisor again. Okay, you will take your previous step divisor here. You will take this previous step divisor here, and then you will continue it with the next number, that is 35. You will write here 375. So 30 multiplied by 12, it will be 360. Okay, 30 multiplied by 12, 360. And after subtracting, what you will get here, 15. Now what you will do, as you are getting here remainder, so what you will do, you will take this 30 as a new step divisor inside the box. So 50 multiplied by 30 means you are going to divide this 30 by 15. So 15 multiplied by 2, it will become 30. And now you will get nothing in the remainder. So when you are getting remainder 0 and no more number is left, so what you will do, you will write down that this one, your last step divisor, will be your GCD. So you will write here GCD is equals to 50. Clear? So the answer will be GCD is equals to 15. I am repeating again, students, I am repeating again. What you have to do, you have to find out GCD by different methods. So you should know which method you are going to apply. Okay, you should know the difference between division method and factorization method. Okay, now okay, so the next topic is LCM by factorization method. Okay, so Look at here. This is the topic from exercise number 2.4, and the question is find the LCM of 24, 36, and 48 by using factorization method. So simply what you will do, you will find out the factors of these numbers simply individually. So first of all, we are going to find out the factors of 24. So the factors of 24 are number 1, 2 into 1 is 2 and 2 into 2 is 4. Then we are going to divide this 12 by 2. So 2 into 6 is 12, and the last one is 2 into 3 is 6, and then 3 into 1 is 3. Now we will move on to the next number, that is 36, and simply we will find out the factors of 36 here. Okay, so what you will get here, 36. So 2 into 1 is 2 and 2 into 8 is 16. Then you will write 2 into 9 is 18. This 9 cannot be divided by 2. So you will move on to the next number, that is 3. And 3 into 3 is 9. And the last one is 3 into 1 is 3. Okay. Now the next is this one, that is 2 for 48. So what you will do, you are going to find out the factors of 48. So simply you will write 2 into 2 is 4 and 2 into 4 is 8. Okay, then 2 into 1 is 2 and 2 into 2 is 4. Then 2 into 6 is 12, 2 into 3 is 6, and 3 into 1 is 3. So this is the way to find out the factors. Okay, you are using factorization method here, so you will find out the factors of given number individually. Understand? And then simply you will write down all the factors of the given number, that are 24, 36, and 48. So simply you will write factors of 24, that are 2, 2, 2, and 3. Then you will write factors of 36, that are 2, 2, 3, 3. And then the last you will write the factors of 48, that are 2, 2, 2, 2, and 3. Understand? Then what you will do, you will make the loops around the common factors. So as you can see, this 2 is common between all the numbers. So you will write this one. Then the next common factor is this 2. So you will make the loop around this one. Now the next one is this 3. So you will make the loop around this one. As you are finding the LCM, so you will also make the loop around the number that are common between any two number. So as you can see that 2 and 2 is common here. So you will also make the loop of the this 2 around. Okay. Then simply you will write first all your common factors. Now what are your common factors? This 2, this 2, this 2, and the last one is 3. So simply you will write all the common factors. And since you are finding out here LCM, so to find out LCM, you will also multiply the uncommon factors as well. Okay, now 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3, what you will get here? What you will get here, this 24, and also you will multiply these number as well, that are 2 multiplied by 3. Okay, so 24 multiplied by 2 multiplied by 3 will be your all the factors. And after multiplying this number, what you will get here, you will get your LCM, that is 144. Understand? Clear? So you are going to find out LCM by using these factors. Understand? Now move on to the next topic, that is LCM by division methods. Please keep it in your mind that you will find out the GCD by factorization and division method, as well as you can also find out LCM by factorization and division method. So now let's check it out. What is the division method to find out LCM? Okay, this is the topic from exercise number 2.4, and what you have to find out the LCM of these number by using division method. So when you are going to use division method, so what you will do, you will write all the given number in a single line and separating them with comma. Understand? You will write all the given numbers in a single line and then try to divide these numbers, okay, individually. Now first we are going to divide this number with 2. So what we will write, 2 into 5 is 10 and 2 into 1 is 2. Then comma, then you will write 2 into 6 is 12, and then 2 into 8 is 16. And what you will write here, 2 into 8 is 16, 2 into 5 is 10. Understand? Is it clear? Now, so what you will get here, this one. So the answer you will get here, 51, 68 and 85. Now, as you can see here, this 51 cannot be divided by 2, so it's okay. But this 68 can be divided by 2, so you will take again your next prime number, that is 2. Okay, the number that cannot be divided with 2, you will copy down as it is. That, as you can see here, 50 cannot be, 1 can be not divided by 2, so you will write here 51. Then the next number is 68, so you will divide this 68 by 2. How? 2 into 3 is 6 and 2 into 4 is 8. Now this 85 cannot be divided by 2, so you will simply copy down it as it is. Now, as you can see that again you will get here 34 that can be divided by 2. So you will pick your next prime number, again 2, and simply divide this 34 with 2. So what you will get, 2 into 1 is 2 and 2 into 7 is 14. Okay, now as you can see, this 85 can be divided with 3. So, and 51 can also divide it by 3. So you will take another number, that is 3. And after dividing, what you will get, 3 into 1 is 3 and 3, you will get 2 as a remainder here. It will become 21. So 3 into 7 is 21. 17 cannot be divided with 3, so you will copy down as it is, and then you will write here 3 as well, because 15 cannot be divided with 3. Now this 85 can be divided by 5, so you will simply write 5 into 1 is 5 and 5 into 7 will be 35. 3 will be left, so 5 into 7 will be 35. As you can see here, you will get all the 17 as a question here. So simply you will divide this 17 with the number, that is 17 itself, and at the end you will get quotient 1. So when you will get quotient 1, all the quotient 1 in the end, so you will stop here. Now as you can see here, these are the factors that you have find it out. Now what you will do, you will simply multiply all these factors by making a pair. So 2 multiplied by 2 will be 4, 2 multiplied by 3 will be 6, and 5 multiplied by 17 is 85. Then you will multiply this two number first. 5 into 6 is 24 and 85, and then you will get simply here 2040. So your LCM here is 2040. Understand? Is it clear? So this is the way to find out LCM by division method. Understand? This is the division method, and this is the division method, and this is the factorization method for LCM. In factorization method, we will find out the factors individually, and in division method, we will divide all the numbers collectively. Understand? Now, I'm going to end my lecture here as the time is short, so you cannot solve it right now. But what you will do, you will solve these questions at home, and then I will ask you the answer in the upcoming class. Okay, please note it down. Please note it down, all these numbers, all these questions, and then I will ask you in the class. Then please write it down in the chat box when you will done. Please write it down in the chat box. Time is running out. Okay, thank you so much, student. So if you want to ask any question, please ask. Please write it down in the chat box, any questions if you have. And I would like to say thank you. Thank you so much.